Two state tournaments left in the high school spring sports season, baseball and girls soccer. 3 area teams advanced to state baseball at Fox City Stadium. Sports director Ryan Wing is joining us now with how one of those matchups played out.
Michelle, it was an all-local Division I state quarterfinal. Menasha facing off with Pere. Both teams haven't been to state in more than a decade. It was way back in 1995 for Menasha, in 2006 for Pere. The Blue Jays, the 8 seed, looking to pull the upset against the top seed Redbirds. It was a pitcher's duel early on. Quinn Ludvigsen, with 2 runners on, gets out of a jam in the bottom of the second with one of Menasha pitcher's 6 Ks on the game. Scoreless until the bottom 5. Pere gets on the board. Jake Wetworth bunting his brother Brett over to second. He gets more than that. The ball gets past the first baseman. Brett comes all the way home from first to make it 1-0. A few batters later, Axel Donaldson adds to it. He rips that single to left, scoring Jake Wetworth to put Pere up 2-0. How about Donaldson flashing the leather in the top of the 6th, ranging to his right. Gets to his knees, makes the stab, throws the runner out to end the inning, and Easton Arndt went the distance in this one for the complete game shutout, advancing Pere to the semifinals. Redbirds win it 2-0. Doug Ritchie has more.
Pere entered the state baseball tournament as the #1 seed, and the Redbirds beat #8 Menasha on Monday 2-0 in the state quarterfinal. The Redbirds had just 4 hits, but Easton Arndt on the mound got the job done, advancing the Redbirds to Wednesday's state semifinal.
I think we were a relaxed team. You know, we know we're going to have to face some adversity. We know we're going to have to face some hard situations, but we know we can make it out of those situations, and that's what we did today by just playing small ball and getting runners on base and scoring with some hits up the middle.
Easton, you know, he'll give up a couple hits here and there. I think some of them were just really good pitches that Menasha did a really nice job of putting the ball in play, and good things are going to happen when you put it in play, especially here. There's so much green in this field. It's a big stadium, so it's going to happen, but he does a great job of, you know, giving up base runners. He's going to come back and be a bulldog like he's been all year.
I thought the whole way through our approaches were pretty good to plate. Obviously, he's a really good pitcher. Easton's as good as they get. I thought our bats were really good. Their second baseman made 3 plays in that game that took away hits, but they're the #1 team in the state for the entire year for a reason. We didn't blink. Talked about it the whole time with the kids. We weren't afraid of the moment. The moment wasn't too big. Heard a lot of talk of are you the Cinderella story? And the answer is absolutely not the Cinderella story. Our guys expected this the entire year, and that's just not cliche.
It's nice to play a good team like Menasha. You know, it's kind of like that Bay Conference is right next to us. FRCC and then the Bay. You know, I think you can kind of compete against conferences, so to get a win against the Bay was really important. Hats off to their pitcher and their program. They did a really nice job.
Pere is making its first state baseball tournament appearance since 2006, and the Redbirds now are just 2 wins away from a state championship. Reporting from the state baseball championships at Fox City Stadium, Doug Ritchie, Fox 11 Sports.
Thank you, Doug. With that victory, the Redbirds advanced to Wednesday's state semifinal against 5 seed Westosha Central. They beat Arrowhead 2-1 earlier today. That semifinal first pitch scheduled for 2:30. A reminder, you can watch all 4 state title games on Thursday, beginning with Division 4 at 9 a.m. on CW14. Bonduel baseball made program history. They advanced to state for the first time ever in Division III. Their trip to state was an impressive one, especially on defense. They allowed just 1 run in the 4 games they played to make it to state. A packed Bears fan section to see the 3 seed take on 2 seed Kenosha St. Joseph. After straining the bases loaded in the first, Bonduel gives up 2 runs in the bottom half, 1 on an RBI double. This on an RBI ground out. Lancers take a 2-0 lead. Bears get on the board in the 3rd when Noah Wire sends one into the left center field gap. Easton Reinke comes around to score. That cuts the deficit in half. Top 4 Bonduel looks like they're going to tie it up on this Colin Margolovsky grounder to 3rd. Off the 3rd baseman's glove to short. What you don't see is a close play at first to end the inning. Looked like he might have been safe, but he was called out. No run to tie it up. Bottom half of the frame, Kenosha threatening runners on 2nd and 3rd. Nobody out. Kate Johnson, though, gets out of it unscathed. They get that Lancer in a pickle between 3rd and home. Stays 2-1. Still that score, top 7. Last chance for the Bears, and Margolovsky skies one to 2nd to end the game. Bonduel's state trip ends with the 2-1 defeat. Cody Krupp and Doug Ritchie have more on the Bears' loss.
Yeah, that's right, Ryan. Plenty of opportunities, base runners in each of the first 6 innings. Also, defensively pitching, Bonduel was quite outstanding themselves, but it kind of feels like one of those games you just gotta tip your cap to your opponent. I felt more that it was Kenosha St. Joseph taking away those chances, less than Bonduel really not a taking advantage type of deal.
Yeah, and what you said there, they had base runners in 6 of the 7 innings. The problem was Bondell did not bunch hits up together. They had 7 hits over the course of 7 innings. They had 2 walks, but they could never bunch up the hits and get that run home or a couple runs home. That was the main difference.
Well, we were scoring a lot of balls up. We just seemed like if we hit it hard, we hit it right at somebody. And we'd get a couple guys on, then we couldn't come up with that big hit. All year long, they've been able to come up with that, even in the tournament, because we won a couple games right away, 1-0. Another game, 2-1. So just couldn't come up with the hit when we needed it.
I think we hit the best we've hit all year long, you know. Just guys were in the right position for their team, and, you know, can't do any better than you did. Just unfortunately couldn't get that second run around, and, you know, it's the way life goes. You end up short.
Doug, really was one of the more all-around impressive defensive high school baseball games I've seen in a long time. And speaking of that, also one of the more impressive crowds for Tuesday semifinal Division III with a little rain in the sky. Bonduel absolutely showed out.
It's crazy, you know. We have 1,000 fans here, you know. Bonduel was shut down today, you know. Everybody was here.
Just one team left from Northeast Wisconsin, De Pere Redbirds. They're going to play on Wednesday. Should be a good one for the top seed.
Yep, Westosha Central coming to see if they can take down the top seed in De Pere. And De Pere's going to have Axel Donaldson throwing. They have very good pitching depth. They usually don't need to score a lot of runs because they pitch well. So I like De Pere's chances, but still, they got to come out on this field and do it.
And we're going to find out on Wednesday. Reporting here from Fox City Stadium for Doug Ritchie, Cody Krupp. You're watching Fox 11 Sports.
All right. Before this season, De Pere baseball has made it to state 4 times. The first 2, they advanced to the title game. Their last appearance in 2006 saw their season end in the semifinals. That would not be the case in the semis today for the top seed Redbirds against 5th seed Westosha Central. Easton Arndt puts the home team on the board. The first 3 batters of the game reached. He one-ups the wall and right with that 2-run triple to put De Pere up 2-0. Falcons cut that deficit in half, but in the 4th, starting pitcher Axel Donaldson helping his own cause. He shoots that one the other way into right center for the RBI single, pushing the lead back to 2. They tacked on another in the frame and put it out of reach with a 4-run 6th. First off, Mason Sequin the RBI single to left. De Pere cruises to the title game, winning 8-1. They will play either Oak Creek or Sun Prairie East in tomorrow's title tilt at 6 p.m. For more on today's big win, we head out to Fox City Stadium where Cody Krupp and Doug Ritchie are live. Guys, the Redbirds so far playing like they're the top team in the state.
Yeah, that's right, Ryan. Coming into the season ranked #1 in the state. Comes, of course, with high expectations, especially when you get here to the state tournament. And like you mentioned, De Pere Redbirds have sure looked the part. Doug, the 2 biggest ingredients, arguably to win a championship, outstanding pitching depth and senior experience, that was on display more than ever in these semifinals.
Yeah, I mean, we know De Pere has the pitching. That showed with Easton Arndt in Monday's game. Axel Donaldson did basically the same thing today in the state semifinal win. And then the senior leadership, you remember, these kids have gone through 2 sectional final losses. They were so focused this year to get to this point, and now they're here. So now De Pere 1 win away after a commanding win over Westosha Central. The Redbirds talked about winning a gold ball.
From day one, you know, last year with the disappointing sectional loss, our guys are so hungry. They want it so bad, and, you know, now we're 1 game away, and it's so exciting to have our seniors get this opportunity. It's a lifelong memory they're always going to have. I just hope it ends in the right way, and we're going to do everything we can to make that happen. We're just going to do what we do and let the pieces fall where they may.
It would mean the world to me. I mean, it's been my dream to play at this ballpark, and now that we're here, then might as well win it, right? Just being able to prove that you're the best team is huge, but like I said at the beginning of the year, it's just a number. You still got to show up tomorrow and win that game. I hope to go to bed early, get a good night's rest, come back tomorrow, and no matter what happens, have fun. Hopefully come out with the gold ball.
Well, there's only been one Green Bay metro area program that's ever won a Division I baseball title, Bayport 2009 and 2010. And we talked about the pitching, Doug. De Pere's in a great situation where they have a third guy, and even more than that they can throw out there because 1 and 2, because of state tournament rules, cannot be used.
Well, not high school rules, they can't be used. Donaldson and Arndt are out no matter what for tomorrow. I think they go with Landon Rago because he was the third pitcher in sectionals that they used. But the weird thing about the state championship game is you really get sucked into your pitching depth. And if you only use 2 pitches the first 2 games, 2 pitchers, you're in good shape. And I think De Pere's in good shape. Landon Rago, whoever's going to take the mound tomorrow, going to put De Pere in a good position to win its first state title.
And I'll take a quick look at the scoreboard. What do we got here?
2-2 Oak Creek and Sun Prairie East.
2-2, bottom of the 4th. It's
yes.
So again, the winner of them is going to play De Pere tomorrow as they go for their first state title. Reporting here, Fox City Stadium for Doug Ritchie, Cody Krupp. You're watching Fox 11 Sports.
We had a full segment in our 9 o'clock newscast. The De Pere Redbirds becoming just the second Green Bay metro area program to ever win a Division I baseball title, joining Bayport, who won it back-to-back 2009 and 2010. Today's championship for the Redbirds, a direct reflection of what's made the squad so special, that timely hitting, excellent pitching, and mistake-free defense. Here we go with the highlights from Fox City Stadium. That defense, we'll get to that. But 3 of their 5 runs for De Pere came in the second inning, set up by 3 hits, 2 walks, 2 stolen bases, all with 2 outs. Bottom of the lineup, Devin Weber dropped that into center, coming all the way from first to score. Trenton Creetwald, 2-zip Redbirds. Have yourself a ball game, Axel Donaldson. After he gave up just 1 run as the semifinal starting pitcher, today 3 hits, 3 runs, 1 RBI, 2 stolen bases at the plate, giving De Pere a 4-0 lead. Gotta love that enthusiasm from Weber. 4 errors from Sun Prairie, 0 from De Pere. Donaldson with a rocket in the infield turned the double play, while Landon Rago pitched a complete game. Gave up just 1 run on 4 hits, striking out 7. Leading 5-1 top of the 7th. That final out will do it. The Redbirds claim a Division I state title. Our Doug Ritchie's got the recap from Grand Chute.
For the first time in program history, the De Pere baseball team is the state champion. The Redbirds defeated Sun Prairie East 5-1 on Thursday night in the Division I state title game. 2 keys, Landon Rago pitched a complete game, and the Redbirds scored 4 runs in the first 2 innings, thanks to 3 errors.
I've been waiting my whole life for this. Grew up in De Pere, so obviously this means the world. I don't think it's really sunk in yet. I'm just so proud of our kids. I'm so happy for our kids that they'll be remembered forever as our first state champions in baseball. I cannot be more proud of a group of kids that we have right now.
Yeah, it means the world just to do it with the guys I've been with since day one. It means the world to me. Couldn't have wrote a better script than this.
It means so much. Being able to be the first team to do this in school history and put our names into the Hall of Fame is just amazing.
I think Landon's trying to outduel his good buddy Axel. Axel did a really good job yesterday. I just think that Landon wanted to match that. That's just the way those 2 kind of go back and forth. They're really good friends. So I really didn't want to take him out of the game. I really wanted him to finish that game. I think he was right at 100 there at the very end, so that was going to be his last batter. So we knew he had to get that last one, and we did. So I was really happy for Landon.
I was feeling really good just knowing that our defense, which I believe is the best in the state, just throw strikes and they'll make the plays.
You know, we knew we were number 1 coming in, and you know, we kind of turned that around. The target's not on our back. We're going to go after everybody else, and that's where on the hunt came. But no, I give my kids a lot of credit because that's not an easy thing. Seeing yourself as number 1, knowing that everybody's coming after you, and to still do what we just did is all the credit to the kids.
De Pere started the season ranked number 1 in Division I, and that's exactly where it finished. Reporting from the state baseball tournament at Fox City Stadium, Doug Ritchie, Fox 11 Sports.